This looks weird. And it's called The Weird World of Indian Superhero Movies. And I'm not going to lie, I've wanted to see a few. I have wanted to see a few. And this is by Dinero. I've seen a video of his before. Apparently, the video I checked out of his, it was like when he retired. And then I read a comment where he's coming back. He's coming back. He's working on a new film or a new YouTube video after a year when he had like 1,000 subscribers. And now he's got like 20 or 30, 20,000 or 30,000, something like that. But yeah, good for him. He left for a year, comes back to 20-something thousand subscribers. Good for him. The Weird World of Indian Superhero Movies. And this was like a year ago. I still haven't seen any myself, but there are a few that I'm interested in seeing.
I am back with the milk. Superhero movies. A lot of people like them. A lot of people don't. But me personally, I love them. I'm a big fan. Along with cartoons and anime, superhero movies were a huge part of my childhood. Like back in the day, most Indian movies were just goober romances, generic dramas, and unfunny comedies. And sometimes they mix all of that and add ridiculous action sequences. And dear God, I never liked them. To put it nicely, I'm not the biggest fan.
You're making a lot of enemies here. You're making a lot of enemies here. Not with me, because I can understand people's issue with certain things. Like for me, I will have those same issues depending on the type of story they're doing. If it goes completely against the story they're doing and then they have the weird action sequences, then I'd have an issue with it. But it always just depends. It always just depends.
Of Indian movies. If you like them, that's cool. All the more power to you. But personally, I'm not into that. But you put on some movies now, or Star movies or something like that on TV, you see stuff like this. Monkey sees superpowers, neuron activation. For any kid, these are clearly more appealing, right? So yeah, I was kind of obsessed with it.
Well, maybe, because for me, I didn't care for My Hero Academia. I really didn't. I preferred One Punch Man. I like the concept of someone who's so powerful that they can't find any joy in life. I prefer that concept. It's literally like the Superman concept, just done at a different angle. And then eventually One Punch Man goes off the rails, and it's no longer about Saitama. It's about everyone else.
And you go back to Indian movies, you see shit like this. Like, what is this Gunnar bit? Who are watching this? Who is this for? I just don't get it. So yeah, I spent most of my childhood just watching Hollywood movies, especially superhero movies. And as I grew up, I became somewhat of a comic book nerd. I basically watched every single superhero movie ever made up until like 2020. I watched almost every single animated show. I read a lot of comics or graphic novels if we're talking fancy. So yeah, this stuff is near and dear to me, alright? And recently, I realized that there were several attempts at making Indian superhero movies. Today, we're gonna take a look at them and see if they're any good.
Okay, I saw Ra.One. Ra.One. It was an absolute piece of crap. I think this is Ra.One. I didn't think that was a superhero movie. But now that I think about it, I mean, yeah, the guy dies and then he comes back printed 3D with the powers of a hero. Yeah. I guess Robot would be, but okay. I think I keep deleting it from my brain. I have seen Robot, but I hated it. I absolutely hated that film, and so many people were mad at me for it. But I hated that film. I hated Ra.One, which apparently is in the same universe because they have the same guy from Robot. You know what? It's stupid. I guess. What was it called? Time. You know, I'm a watch mechanic. You know that one. I don't remember the name of it. I guess he could be considered a superhero too. It's Time Stoppers.
Good. This video is going to be pretty long, so without wasting any time, let's just jump into it. Starting this list with the Krrish movies. This is like the first ever attempt at making an Indian superhero movie. There are two Krrish movies, but there's also this movie called Koi Mil Gaya. I don't know how to explain it, but this is the movie that started this series or this cinema.
Yeah, he was a retard, then he became a genius. I mean, how did that happen? How did that happen? Where it became a superhero movie? You know what? I mean, I don't think I want to jump down that rabbit hole. I don't want to jump down that rabbit hole because then I don't need a re-education on the the cinematic universe of a retard.
Cinematic universe, if you will. It's not a superhero movie. It's a sci-fi movie that's heavily inspired by E.T.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that happens in this movie plays a huge role in the Krrish movies. I wanted to do my homework before I watched Krrish, so I watched Koi Milgaya, and surprisingly, I actually kind of liked it. It was pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it has a lot of flaws. Stupid shit happens all the time, and characters make dumb decisions. And oh my
he's
god,
a retard.
the songs, the dance numbers, they were unbearable. And there were so many of them too. But since I watched it online, I just skipped all of them. But I cannot imagine watching something like this in a theater, man. Like being forced to watch all of that, well, that's like torture. But even with all the flaws, I still kind of enjoyed it. It has a certain charm to it. It has a fun premise and some interesting ideas here and there. And the acting was solid, especially Hrithik Roshan's acting in this role is crazy good. Like, it's my favorite thing in this movie. And also, I really like the alien in this movie. I mean, just look at this guy. He looks chill. I don't know what kind of effects or technique they used for the alien, but they did a great job. The way it looks, the way it moves, it actually feels like an alien. Like this kind of stuff in a 2003 Bollywood movie, I was blown away. But yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty good movie. But let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's talk about the first Krrish movie. This movie came out in 2006, and it's a sequel to Koi Milgaya. It continues the story from that movie, but takes everything to a completely different direction.
By the way, also by that logic, when girl initially dated him, he had a mental age of 9. Just saying. Yeah, I thought that was weird. Thought that was completely weird.
The story follows the son of the guy from the first movie, who is also played by Hrithik Roshan again, because Bollywood. This movie starts off pretty good. Like, the beginning was...
Okay, so it's the son of the retard. Got it. That makes sense now. Thank you for explaining it, because it's just like, how did the retard get superpowers?
Pretty interesting. But 18 minutes in, this movie introduces Priyanka Chopra's character, and it turns into your typical Bollywood romance, and that just goes on forever.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
And my day is ruined.
Her character in this movie is obnoxious, and 80% of the first half is just the romance. This is a 3-hour-long movie, by the way, so it feels like an eternity. But occasionally, you get some moments with the grandma here and there. Those parts were kinda interesting, but other than that, it was pretty boring. But the second half gets a lot better. There's still a bit of romance.
That happens a lot in like Indian cinema, where it feels like it's 2 films crashed into one, and the first half is what really drags your feet. Like that was for me. Queen did that, where I just couldn't finish it because the first half was so bad. Jana Gana Mana, I'm not gonna lie, I hate the first half of the movie. I hate it. The whole thing should have started in the courtroom, and as they're doing the, interviewing, it should have done the flashbacks so you get 2 perspectives, depending on who they're interviewing. It was so terribly done because the first half, when you get to the second half of the movie, the real movie, the courtroom drama, you realize the first half served no purpose other than to be misleading. It pissed me off. It still pisses me off when I remember it. It was so aggravating. You go through an hour and a half of crap in order to get to an hour of goodness. Of course, that's going to piss off a lot of people. It's going to piss off a lot of people because Jana Gana Mana is very important. It's the start of the, what, not the preamble, but the national anthem, I think. But yeah, it's just like, it was so ridiculous. So ridiculous. But when I hate something, I'm honest about it. I like the second half. The second half is worth it, but the first half, just skip it. It serves no purpose to the entire story other than to be, you know what? You're misled. Spoiler.
First half, and most importantly, this is where all the Krrish stuff happens. The story gets a lot better, and the movie becomes interesting. The action and visuals were kinda bad, to be honest, but this is a 2006 Bollywood movie. You gotta cut it some slack. But some of the stuff that happens in this movie just doesn't make any sense. Like, bro, he's not Spider-Man. How is he doing all of that? And he also turns into the Flash and runs faster than a bullet towards the end of this movie. And there are a lot of goofy stuff like that. But the strongest thing in this movie, by far, is this man's acting. He nailed it. Mm-hmm. His performance as the main character, Krishna, is pretty good, but his performance as his father,
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything.
It also has a good soundtrack. And no, I'm not talking about the Bollywood songs.
He's a good actor.
I'm talking about the score. The main theme goes insanely hard.
It sounds inspiring.
Yeah, overall, I think it's a decent movie if you can get through the first half. So I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. It's not that bad, but not that good either. Moving on to Krrish 3. You might be asking, oh, where's Krrish 2? Well, someone teach this man how to count. After the first...
3 has it ever happened in Hollywood where father and son are played by same actor? Yes. 3 has ever happened in Hollywood where father and son are played by same actor? Yes. 3 has ever happened in Hollywood where father and son are played by same actor? Yes. 3 has ever happened in Hollywood where father and son are played by same actor? Yes. or in some cases, they just age up a younger person. I can't think of the movies, but they're normally B films where they can only hire one actor, and it's easier just to have them play multiple roles. But heck, for the life of me, just well, you can get like the Norbert. You can get the crap. What is it? Eddie Murphy film where he plays a fat guy and a skinny guy, and he plays like multiple roles. Or what's funny is it's normally like black actors that play like multiple roles, like Medea, where it's like she is played by a guy and he plays like every single character in that film. Like almost every single character in that film. So yeah, like that's normally where you see it. That is normally where you see it. But where they play like in a serious film, not so much. You don't get that in serious films because it takes people out when they literally look like the same person. When they look like the same person. Like I look nothing like my father. Like nothing like my father. Well, I look like my father. I'm just a white man. A white man!
Krrish movie, you directly get 3. There is no 2. I guess this man hits number 2, like Mr. hits number 4 or something. Putting that aside, how's the movie, you may ask? Well, I'll rip the band-aid off. This movie is kinda stinky. It trips off so many things that if I have to point out everything, this section alone gonna be an hour long. Even the villain, he's literally just Magneto sitting in Professor X's chair. And guess what? He has a group of mutants as his goons. You couldn't have made it more obvious. I found this one clip while I was working.
International level का performance कह रहा है कि जो विवेक ओबरॉय ने काल perform किया है वो हीथ लेजर का जोकर जो बैटमैन में perform किया था वैसे है तो ये सारी जो compliments मिल रही हैं इनसे बहुत खुशी हो रही है वाकई.
Poor guy. Who told him that? I'm the Joker, baby. Even the action sequences and story beats are all ripped straight from various Hollywood superhero movies. Like, this is plagiarism at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
Man of Steel. Even if you ignore all the plagiarism, this movie still sucks. The visual effects look ass. Even the costumes and makeup look shit. Just look at these. This guy looks like he's been stung by bees on the face. And it has a lot of annoying musical dance numbers, and all of them happen at like least expected times. For example, there's a scene where the guy finds out his wife is pregnant, and he immediately jumps on the stage and starts dancing with his pregnant wife for 5 minutes straight. Like, what? And there are multiple songs like that throughout the movie. How the fuck do you guys watch these in theaters, man? Like, oh my god. The only good thing in this movie is, once again, this man's acting. He didn't have the...
For example, the upcoming movie Toxic by Yash, he's playing both father and son and grandfather. So he's playing... Wait, it wouldn't be both. He's playing... I don't think you would say a word. I think you would just say he's playing father, son, and grandfather. No, not confirmed. Okay. In same movie... and young look is so good it feels a different actor. Yeah. I mean, the actors can portray it, and like I liked it in Ra.One, because honestly, I liked seeing him bald, but you know the salt and pepper looked. I loved it. In SRK, the salt and pepper look, great. Absolutely great. Take on those grays. I hate the overindulgence in dyeing your hair in India. I think that's absolutely retarded. I'm not going to lie. I think it's stupid that you have people in their 50s and 60s dyeing their hair and wearing wigs. You know what? Just be happy that you're aging. You're growing wiser. Each one of them is a bit of brain cells that have died. At least in my case, there are brain cells that have died. I like that because that seems cool. But it's just like in, what was it? Bahubali? I think that's the first time I came across it. I'm not going to lie. It pissed me off. It pissed me off because you literally have the same actor playing both father and son. Literally, they changed nothing about him. If anything, they should have changed the hair a bit between father and son. That would have been at least like they cared. But to me, watching it, I was like, they didn't care. The good thing is the movie's good enough that you don't pay attention to it. But you go back to it and it's just, they just don't care. They just don't care. But yeah, I mean... Some people can portray it. Some people can portray it. Like Robert Downey Jr. will always get ceremoniously accepted into a community because of Tropic Thunder. If you know, you know. The problem with a lot of Indian superhero films get very preachy. Like Robot 2, I didn't even bother with that, was about how 4G tower radio waves were killing birds. Like bruv, radio waves can't drop birds like WW2 planes. Yeah, true. Or wind turbines. You know, wind turbines can actually lead to the death of more birds than radio waves. And especially when radio waves have been utilized, well, for about a century now. For about a century.
Best script to work with, but he did a good job with what he had, in my opinion. And also, I think there are some original ideas in this movie, but they just failed at executing them. So yeah, this one gets a 4.5 out of 10. It's not even mid. It's just bad.
Krrish
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a Krrish 4 coming out next year. There's an IMDb page, and it even has the plot there. And it looks like there's time travel involved. This.
Holy crap. No, I'm going to check that out right now. I'm going to check that out right now. Okay, I need to change this. Because this is something that pisses me off. I hate it when they start to do too many sequels. Too many freaking sequels. All right, here we go. How was it spelled? Krrish 4? Because they forgot. Holy crap. There really is. Plot. Okay. Direct. Oh, he's directing it. No. Yeah, he's directing it himself. I mean, it's probably one of those which he has his heart in. Let's be honest. It's one of those first films he did that was enjoyable. It showed his acting range because he was playing a retard and he was like the best character about it because he was able to show. The funny thing is, he went full retard, but at the same time, you could feel for his situation. You could feel for his situation. I don't think I reviewed this film. I think I watched it when I was in India. It didn't have subtitles or anything, but you don't need subtitles for it. It was on in the background. It was on in the background. Trivia. Time travel will be introduced. Time travel will be introduced first time in this series. Krrish will go back in time to get his father and Jaddu. I don't know who Jaddu is, but okay. Jonas. Oh, okay. So the wife of the Jonas person. Gonna be in the film probably. Gonna be in the film. All right. The fact that it's actually coming out. Oh. Krrish 4 is stalled due to budget issues. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
This time, oh boy, I cannot wait to see what they're cooking with this one.
Seen it.
Oh man, I'm about to ruin your childhood. So this is a 2011 movie that stars everyone's favorite actor, SRK, Spain Removal King, and man, this movie is asinine. Like when I was watching it, I just wanted it to be over fast. No, hold up before you unsubscribe. If you don't believe me, just go watch it yourself again.
You know, I probably should have said that before hating on the film. So many people take things so seriously. They go to bat for every single thing, every single piece of trash an actor does just because they respect the actor. Just because you like an actor doesn't mean the movie's good. Like, look at the Hudson Hawk. The Hudson Hawk is an awful film. The best thing about it is Bruce Willis. He basically plays an experienced thief, and the only thing he wants throughout the film is a cup of coffee. That's it. It's an absolutely garbage film, but I love it for that stupid cup of coffee because I can relate. If I go a day without my cup of coffee, I'm dealing with headaches. I'm dealing with being aggravated, being snippety. Like I have those issues. But the thing is, I'm willing to admit it's a trash film. It's an absolute trash film. People need to really detach their favorite actors from the work they do. They really do. They really do. Because you could still like an actor and hate the movie they're in. You can. You absolutely can. Jaddu is the blue alien in the first film. Oh, okay. Ever of this franchise from whom he gets the superpowers. Well, I guess his grandfather got the superpowers. Or maybe it was the baby in the womb that got it. Ra.One had some banger tracks, not gonna lie. Of course. Oh, that movie looked so good as a child. Now it CGI looks something out of YouTube tutorial. Yeah, I mean, just look at it. But the thing is, it's a video game character brought to life, so it makes sense that everything looks like PlayStation 2 graphics, right? It's a video game character brought to life, so everything looks like PlayStation 2 graphics in 2011. Ra.One was a masterpiece, but the people of that time were stupid and make it a flop. The VFX and CGI of this film was ahead of its time. Clearly. Oh. Such a bad film. Such a trashy film.
I think a lot of people like this movie because they watched it when they were kids and thought this was cool because of the VFX and all of that.
Yeah.
But if you watch this now,
that's the thing. It's like a lot of people who hated me on my review for it probably haven't seen it since it first came out. And that's honestly how you judge a film. If you've never bothered to go back and rewatch something, it's a bad film. How many people have gone back and watched The Dark Knight? How many people have gone back and watched The Dark Knight Rises? How many people have gone back and watched The Batman with Christian Bale? Yeah. How many people have gone back and watched the Justice League movie? Or Batman v Superman? Like, you know a good film from a bad film based off of if you're ever willing to actually put it on in the background. You're not, because there's always something better, especially this day and age where you have everything at your fingertips. You can always find something better. But the soundtrack was banger. I mean, yeah. But I don't watch a movie for a soundtrack. I listen to music to listen to music. On the drive up the mountain, I can listen to the entire soundtrack. I don't need to watch the movie for it.
As an adult, you'll realize how bad it actually is. Now, let me get the good thing out of the way first. The visual effects, the CGI and stuff, for the most part, they look pretty decent. Like, especially for a 2011 Bollywood movie, it's pretty good. Although it's a little inconsistent, like sometimes it looks good, and sometimes it just looks like a PS3 game cutscene. But for the most part, it does look pretty decent. That's it. That's the only good thing I have to say. Because everything else in this movie is complete dog shit. Like, the story and plot make Krrish 3 look like a masterpiece. In a nutshell, the basic plot is this. This kid beats a villain in a video game, and the villain gets real pissed that he comes to real life using some bullshit technology to kill the kid. So the kid brings the protagonist of that game to real life to fight the villain. That's it. That's the plot. Like, it's just stupid. And this movie revolves around a video game, right? And the game itself is so cringe. Like, it's the kind of shit a 6-year-old would come up with. And there's no such thing as logic in this movie. Azarka's character dies in this movie, and we see him getting buried in a coffin, and exactly 20 seconds later, you see his family holding his ashes. Like, how does that work? Like, it actually blows my mind. And that's just one example, by the way. And the characters...
Well, I know so that does make sense if they showed him getting buried, because they have ceremonies and things like that in coffins, and some people, they'll literally pay $1,000 for a coffin, and then they cremate the body with the coffin. They slide the whole thing in, and then everything gets cremated together. So maybe that's the case, but yeah.
in this movie are a bunch of morons.
It is a problem.
Lady, your husband died just the other day. What are you smiling about? And the acting is nothing special. It's alright. But oh boy, the dialogue in this movie makes me want to off myself.
बहुत मेहनत करेगा?
Condom.
No. Your Tamil is very naughty. It's not condom. It's kunjam.
Let's play.
Zip it, crack face. Give me champion. Zip it, crack face. Give me champion.
And of course, we got the dance numbers, the musicals, classic stuff. They do nothing but waste your time, man. Like, there's a song in this movie with lyrics that go, "It's criminal, way that booty going bop, bop, bop. It's criminal, way that body won't stop, stop, stop." Like, damn. That's deep. Peak lyricism right there. But yeah, overall, this is an absolute abomination of a movie with some good-looking visuals here and there. It's a 4 out of 10 on a good day. But I'm sorry all the Ra.One fans out there. I'm having a bad day, so 3 out of 10. Oh boy, where do I even begin? I don't know how I'm gonna review this. This movie is absolute fucking garbage. I generally do not have a single positive thing to say about this movie. The story is stupid, the characters are somehow worse than characters from Ra.One. I mean, that's a feat right there. The acting is ass, and the VFX are stinky. Superman 1978 looks better than this.
Much
They
better.
got an Australian guy to play the villain in this movie, and he looks goofy as hell. He looks straight out of one of those kid shows. For the most part, this movie is your typical goober Bollywood comedy. The humor basically consists of fart jokes, getting hit in the nuts equals funny, that kind of humor.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think, especially at that point in time, they were thinking, oh, you know what? Superhero movies, and which means kids films. But the problem is, it's like most of the people who, because I know they have comics, like graphic novels in India, but I don't think it was like superhero based. So superheroes normally had especially those who grew up reading the graphic novels, who grew up buying the comic books, they're dark. Like, you go in for the volume to find out what's going to happen to the superhero. The covers always had, like, the superhero in dire straits. Like, how many covers show Superman with, like, him blood all over himself, almost about to die out, with Lex Luthor in his suit out flying in the background. I mean, there are so many covers that show them almost at the end of their rope, because there's a struggle, and it's about learning, having a message. It's not about fart jokes. Sure, the movie's for kids, but it's also for adults, and it's also supposed to be something that's uplifting for people. They're just like, you know what? There's doing something just because it's right to do it. That's the point of a hero. You do it because it's right, not because you're getting praised, not because you do it because it's right. And that's the thing I always liked. It was like, even though they're not getting praised, or even though they're getting hated, even though Lex Luthor is able to convince the world that Superman isn't who he says he is, they still do the right thing because it's right. And I've always enjoyed that. They don't include fart jokes. They don't include, like, maybe in with the Flash, because he was supposed to be more childish. But no, you have to have mature content. And kids enjoy going and reading mature content. And kids need to be introduced to what it's like to be an adult, what it's like to do the good thing just because it's the right thing to do, not because you get praised for it. And that's always good messaging for kids. The problem is we've lost that along the way. And Marvel didn't help with that, because sure, Marvel still had somewhat messaging in the beginning, but they still leaned into that Marvel comedy where you would have a serious situation and then they'd be cracking jokes with one another. It's like, what the heck? What the heck? Flying Jatt was basically a temporary employment scheme for Tiger. This was definitely a money laundering scheme. Yeah, most likely. Most likely.
Under 8, we're gonna have a blast, buddy. And as usual, we got the dance numbers, the musicals, you know, all the classic stuff. They're annoying as hell. There's a song in this movie called Beat Bay Booty. Like, what's up with Bollywood and booties, man? T-series. What the fuck? In a normal musical, these spots are like a creative way of expressing the characters' emotions and feelings, right? They kind of tell you something about the characters. So what does Beat Bay Booty tell me about this character, huh? Like, I don't get it. It's like they took everything I hate about Bollywood movies and made it into a superhero movie. This is definitely one of the worst, if not the worst movie I have ever seen. And
I like them. I like them when they make sense. I like them when they serve a purpose in the story. Like, sometimes you'll have the musical be like a montage of the couple growing together, you know, growing to understand each other. So that way, when in the next scene, they're talking about how they've spent time together, you're not like, wait a minute, you just met in the last scene. They serve a purpose when they serve a purpose. I hate it when they're thrown in for no apparent reason. They're thrown in for no apparent reason. And that's the thing. Like, in Lucifer, I like the first one because there was like no music. And then the very end, when you have Lucifer walking in order to talk to the villain of the story, they play the song. They play the song. And I'm just like, that felt out of nowhere, especially when we had no music anywhere else. No music anywhere else. Oh, Morbius. Best film ever made. Best film ever made.
I've seen a lot of shit. So yeah, negative 10 out of 10. Absolute garbage. Would rather put a bullet to my head than watch this again.
I saw the trailer to this.
Man, this movie rocks. I went into it.
I saw the trailer to it and I'm like, that seems interesting, because there were a few I want to see.
Expecting another bad Indian superhero movie, and I couldn't have been more wrong. This is not only a good Indian superhero movie, but a good superhero movie in general. Hats off to the director, man. This is like one of the best Indian movies I've ever seen. Unlike all the previous movies in this list, this movie is much more grounded and realistic. This guy doesn't have any superpowers or anything. He's just a normal guy. He's not just an ordinary guy dressing up as a vigilante to fight corruption. Think of dark and gritty stories like Daredevil, The Punisher, and Batman. It's kind of like that. The plot might seem basic, but the story is actually pretty good.
I think when I saw it, it was closer to Kick-Ass. Closer to Kick-Ass, just regular people trying to be heroes.
And the characters in this movie feel like real people. The dialogue here is great. Like some of these scenes hit hard. And the acting is pretty good as well. Especially the actor who played this character. He did a great job. This is something I didn't mention in the previous movies, but the cinematography in this movie is really nice.
I mean, it does look
it's
good.
not the Batman or anything, but it looks really good at times. And thank goodness, there are no goofy ass musicals and dance numbers in this movie. Okay, there's one dance number, but they kind of incorporate that into the story, and it doesn't even last that long. It is kind of annoying, but just this much. There are multiple songs in this movie, but they just play that in the background. They don't interrupt the pacing or anything. You know what I mean? I appreciate the hell out of that. I think more Indian movies should do this. Okay, I know I'm glazing this movie a lot, but it's not perfect by any means. It does have some flaws. I have some minor nitpicks in the story, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but the pacing of the second half of this movie feels kind of off. It's not bad, but I think it could have been better. And the third act of this movie gets a little messy in my opinion, and I didn't like the fight sequences all that much. They're serviceable, but could have been a lot better. That's about it. Those are the things that I didn't like that much. But despite all of that, I still loved it. I think this is a great movie. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend. It's easily an 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's damn good. So after I watched it, I wanted to know what other people think of this movie. So I went to Google and I found out that Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 50%.
Yeah. That's why nobody cares for Rotten Tomatoes anymore. Nobody cares what critics have to say. Nobody cares. Like the majority of the time, it's rare you get a movie where the critics and audience both enjoy it. Like, crap, what was the film where the critics loved it and the audience hated it? And then you have those where the critics hate it and the audience love it. This is an example of the critics hating it and the audience love it because the audience know what they're going to the movie to see. They know what they're going to see. The publisher are just old guys who refuse to change. They would rather go bankrupt than sell rights of their character to producers who want to utilize them. Yeah, that is also true. So many people destroy their own characters. They absolutely destroy their own characters because they want to hold on to them. And the thing is, I'm okay with not giving up the rights. Just don't destroy them. Don't destroy them. Like Star Wars is ruined because they sold the rights when you could have just held on to the rights and kept something great. People would still go back and rewatch them. You could continuously release them in theaters, make a ton of money every 5 to 10 years, every anniversary. You could make a killing. But now nobody really cares.
50%. What are these guys smoking over there? How is that a 50%? And I learned that this movie was a box office failure. It only made back 4.3 crores with a budget of 21. Man, that just makes me sad. It was such a good movie. Absolute fucking donkey shit like Pushpa.
Exactly. Thank you. I couldn't even finish Pushpa. I couldn't even finish the first one. I started and I'm like, this is nothing but a KGF knockoff. And the character wasn't enjoyable. The story wasn't that thrilling. What made KGF so great was it starts off with a person being interviewed on the situation of KGF. Like, how did we get to that? Where is this person? I found that so fascinating. It hooks you immediately. Pushpa was a piece of trash, and I'll continuously say that. The first one was a piece of garbage. And the second one, I didn't even bother. I saw the trailer for it, and I'm just like, nope. I'm not going to bother. I didn't finish the first one. I'm not going to see part 2. I'm watching the trailer because everyone told me to watch the trailer, and then the trailer got blocked. I hate Pushpa. But then again, a lot of people hate me because I said I hated it. I couldn't even get through it. But I'm the type of person that if I'm enjoying something, I have no problem shutting it off. Like, what was the film? Thank God with Ajay Devgan. Hate that movie. That movie has been done so many times that I've seen that film in America. I've seen that film. Like, how many nations have done that type of movie? It was so awful. So awful. It's just like, no.
Who makes gazillion in a single day? Meanwhile, good movies like these can't even make their budget back throughout their theatrical release. I guess that's India for you.
It's the hero attraction, which I gotta say, that's one thing I absolutely hate in India. People will love the ground and love everything an actor does. Whether it's good or bad, they don't care. Like how much hate I got for making fun of Toxic. How much hate I got for making fun of Toxic just because everyone's a fan of Yash. Made no sense to me. Like, I enjoy KGF. Just because I enjoyed KGF and enjoyed the character that he was playing doesn't mean I have to like Toxic. But there is this weird idolization in India of actors. The actors are what bring in the money. Luckily, I'm from Hollywood, where Hollywood's literally destroyed their own image. That you like the characters they portray, you don't care about the actors that portray them. That's just how it works.
Reason for this are the audience here, man. It's just like what Satyajit Ray said in that one interview.
We have a fairly backward audience here, I must say, in spite of the Film Society movement and all that. If you consider the large audience, it's a backward audience, unsophisticated audience, exposed to the commercial Hindi cinema.
Yep. Like, what was that film? There was a film that me and my wife watched, and I've seen a ton of them here in the United States. Basically about a sick girl who falls in love with the guy. Forgot what it was called in India. I forgot what the film was, but it flopped. I enjoyed it. I recognize the fact that this movie has been done multiple times, but there's always something about it. Like the father who put the wreath over the daughter's portrait because she was dead to him. And the fact that she's dying of cancer, spoiler, like the whole thing, there was so much deep messaging. And then the father realized it was like, this is my fault. My fault. I'm the one that did this. I can't believe I did this just because I believed the lie that was told about her. Like, it was so freaking deep and I loved it, and it flopped only for it to get a second life on like a streaming where everyone was praising the film. Like, there's something about it. People need to go into things critically and not be fanboys. People need to get away from fandoms. They really do, and just watch things analytically. You can enjoy something and still be aware that it's garbage, but you can still enjoy it. Don't get mad at other people for calling out a movie's flaws because they have flaws. There's nothing wrong with a movie that has flaws. You can enjoy it. Hero worship is ruining better scripts. Yeah, it is. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, that's why I like to be honest. Like, how many reviewers in India can actually be honest? Let's be honest here. Like, how many can actually be honest? Because the crazed fan bases, like India's issue, well, it probably has the same issue with like politics and things like that, like over extremism in their in their hero worship. They're overly extreme in their hero worship. You say one bad thing, one bad movie that the actor has done, and everyone hates it. Everyone hates it.
More than anything else.
And this is still the case. People are still the same. Nothing changed.
Oh, I wanted to see this.
So this one's a 2021 South Indian movie, Malayalam one to be specific, and I heard a lot of great things about this one. So I had some expectations going into it. So yeah, I finally watched it, and I think it's a decent movie, but definitely not as good as people made it out to be. It's fun, it's entertaining, but best superhero film made in India? Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. I think that title goes to Bhavesh, Joshi.
Well, it's basically someone who feels no pain. That's basically the character.
But if you're talking about like superhero movies with
It's changing now, though. The cons used to be untouchable by criticism. They aren't anymore. This nonsense is only left in South movies now. Yeah. I mean, that's the reason. Like, the worst thing of Kalki 2988 was the crap. I already forgot the actor's name. Forgot the actor's name. I thought it was in my head. But yeah, they got him. He's a huge South Indian actor, and they put pointless scenes with him in it. Like, it seemed like the first half was supposed to be dedicated to the real characters of the first part of the film. He's just a bounty hunter. And then the second movie would have more of his character. But then you have a whole pointless, stupid love arc where he serves no purpose to the entire story. Promise. Thank you. It was in my head, but I was like, Pushpa. It's not Pushpa. That's a movie. It's in my head. But yeah, it's just like, it's the worst part. It's the worst part. And because they have the actor, they have to utilize him, or else they'll get a ton of hate. They'll get a ton of hate for not utilizing him. And then I got so much criticism for it's like, oh, how do you know that purpose doesn't serve anything in the story? Have you seen the sequel? It serves no purpose in the film that it's creating. That's how I know it doesn't serve a purpose. Not gonna lie, but in South, especially in Telugu states, the fan base is rabid, and that's primarily because of their hero casts. These fan bases often fight with each other on the matter of bad films. Well, that makes sense. But yeah. Oh, I gotta say, it is funny though, having people try to run defense for just bad things. Yeah, like you give out a critical element of something that makes things just objectively worse, and they run defense for it because, well, have you seen part 2? Well, nobody's seen part 2. All I know is that in this film right here, it served no purpose.
Powers involved, then yeah, this might be the best. This movie had a budget of 18 crores, that's less than what Bhavesh Joshi had, and they managed to do some pretty decent VFX for this one, even with that small budget. Like, that's super impressive. This movie is a weird combination of a South Indian comedy drama set in a village and a superhero movie. Like, that's an interesting combination, and it kind of works. The acting in this movie is solid. The one that stands out is the villain. I really like that guy's slow descent into madness. And this movie is a comedy half of the time.
Oh, that's
and
smart.
The humor is okay. It didn't make me laugh, but at least it's not cringe, so I appreciate that. But the greatest thing about this movie is that there are 0 dance numbers and musicals in it. Like, not even a single one. God, I fucking love that. That's a huge Kojima thumbs up from me. And as I mentioned, the VFX and stuff are really impressive, especially considering the budget. They did a great job. And yeah, those are the things that I liked. But let's get to the things that I didn't like. I think the movie could have been trimmed down a little bit. It's longer than it needs to be. The pacing could have been better. And I have a lot of nitpicks in the story. I can't really go over all of them, but overall, the story is just alright. I don't think it's anything great. And this movie is way too predictable. You can always guess what's gonna happen next. And all the setup and everything takes way too long, and the climax we get for that is underwhelming. It leaves a lot to be desired. People are calling this movie a masterpiece, best superhero film made in India, and some people are calling it one of the best superhero movie ever made in general. I don't think it's that good. I'll give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. It's a solid movie, but not as great as people are making it out to be. I can see it being a 7 out of 10, but I don't think it can go higher than that. Well, those are all the movies that I watched. I know there are a lot of other movies as well, but I can't go over every single one of them in one video, so...
Let's see if I've seen any of those. Probably not. Hero. No. Super Sing? No. Hanuman? That came out? No. Mr. India? No, but my wife was wanting me to start it, and I started it. I'm like, I don't think it had subtitles. Yeah, it didn't have subtitles, so we didn't even bother watching. Whatever that. Viran. Let's check. I can't read that one down there. Tufan, Shiva, Super Senior Heroes. That looks like a good comedy. They have a Superman? Zokomo? Yeah, all the top ones are the ones everyone knows.
Go over every single one of them in one video, so I just picked the most notable ones. This has been a fun experience, even though some of these movies made me lose my brain cells a little bit. The Krrish movies are flawed, but they're kind of growing on me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually looking forward to Krrish 4. I'm basically a Krrish fan now. Ra.One is just bad, let's just say it didn't age that well, and Flying Jatt is just unbearable. Radioactive levels of cringe. I wish I could have...
I could have done this role. I could have done this role.
Levels of cringe. I wish I could erase that movie from my memory, but sadly I can't do that. I know I'm scarred for life. But I really like Bhavesh Joshi. It is so good that it changed my perception of Indian movies. It made me realize that there are good Indian movies out there, but they're just buried under slop like this. And finally, Minal Murali, it's good, but not that good. If I made a tier list of these movies, it would look something like this.
Yeah, I don't understand these tier lists. Like that's why mine is just a thumbs up, thumbs down, or it's... I watched it, but I'll probably never watch it again. It was a fun movie for me, but I'll never watch it again. I'll definitely watch it again, or I'll never watch the piece of trash again. Like that's how I rate stuff. It's so much easier to do that than to be like, you know what? It's like this. It's trying to tell this. Like, again, there are those movies which are excellent, which I'd absolutely give a thumbs up. Like, what is it? Maharaj? I'd give a thumbs up to it. I think it was Maharaj. Is that what it was? Yeah, I'd give a thumbs up to it. But I can never watch it again due to the story context. I just can never. Was it Maharaja or Maharaj? It was one of those. I could never watch it again just due to the context, because both those films have dark contents. But the one with the trying to save his daughter, that one was dark.
And yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you guys liked it. I had a lot of fun making this one. And as I promised, it didn't take a month, it only took 3 months. I mean, what can I say? I'm a man of my word. But in all seriousness though, life didn't cooperate that much the past few months. I was supposed to upload this video in December, but a lot of stuff happened and I couldn't do it. I have a lot more free time from now on, so I'll upload more frequently. I'll upload at least 1 video every single month. That's a guarantee. And I'll see if I can do more. But thanks for being patient. Thanks for coming to my app session again. And as usual, all of these are just my opinions, so feel free to disagree and tell your opinions in the comments. And that's it for today. I'll see you guys in another one.
I like his videos. I like his videos. This was a year ago. Gosh dang, he hasn't posted. I think that was the last thing he posted. Yeah. Oh my gosh, he needs to post more. He needs to post more. He said he was working on a new video the last time I saw some. Oh, that was 6 months ago. He said he was working on a new video. So he's still doing it. He's still doing it. But yeah, I gotta say, I really, really like that. He's well researched. He has a critical understanding of film, is willing to be honest about his opinions, even and again, he's stating how they're his opinions. And I absolutely enjoy that. I absolutely enjoy that. I think that's incredibly smart to do because, again, we all have our own interests. We all see things from a certain perspective. I really like that. I really like that. That was great. That was great. I don't know how to say his name. I say it dinero. I say dinero. It sounds like money in Spanish. At least that's how I'm reading it. But yeah, because being able to critically enjoy films, and the problem is, like, some people don't understand the substance of a hero. Like, look at recent superhero films in the United States, like especially after Captain America. Most of which the directors, the writers, the producers don't understand the substance of a hero, which is why they're not doing so well. Because the heroes aren't heroes. The heroes are hot messes, like I guess the Supergirl. Supergirl's just a hot mess. Who can relate to a hot mess? Who a hot mess isn't a hero. A hot mess is someone who doesn't care about anyone else but themselves, because they're a hot mess. But that's the thing. It's people putting themselves as characters that they don't understand. One of my favorites is our stupid reactions. Oh, I need to check those out. But yeah, I gotta say, it's well researched. He's thinks about it critically. He tries to be as objective as possible, but in the end, it's still his opinion. Like for me, it seems like his tastes are more my tastes. I'd be able to go into things and think of them critically. I'd be able to call out the same problems. And of course, I'm not going to care about rabid audiences no matter where they come from. I'm not going to care. You can't touch me. Play MC Hammer right now. Can't touch this. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm safe. I'm like, what, 9,000 kilometers away? I don't know kilometers very well, but I know I'm like 7,900 miles away from the rabid audiences. I'm safe. But there are 2 billion Indians in the world, 500 million of which are, well, scattered around everywhere else. Captain Marvel is the greatest superhero movie of all time. Absolutely. You
guys got a video? So bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait like that.